Yeah, you're seeing right. This is What If Deku Was Reborn Part 1. So like some of you guys already saw, Part 1 to 7 of Reborn is being put in private. Except for Part 4, I accidentally deleted it, but don't worry, I still have it in my PC. So here's what's going to happen. I will re-upload them, Part 1 to 7, with the new and better quality than before. So the reason I'm doing this, Part 4 and 5 get a copyright claim because in the music in the background, but for some reason I got the copyright claim after 2 years since uploading the video, so I don't know what's going on anymore. But this is also a good thing because I did read your comments and some of you guys actually pointed that the quality is bad, and I agree with you. Back then I was using a software that was literally destroying all my audio. That's why I think part 8 of it was better quality. Sure, I still had bad English back then, but it was better than the previous one. So TLDR, part 1 to 7 of Reborn will be uploaded again in my channel with new quality and better quality. And that also applied to part 1 and 2 of What If Asta was trained by Goku. But sadly the old What If Deku Was a Ghost Rider will be removed, because I have the new one and all the series have the copyright claim song. So I hope this will suffice and the answer, because I read a lot of comments of you guys tell me where is part 1 and 7 of Reborn, what's going on. So I hope this will answer your question, and with that let's begin. So by the way guys, I will not change too much of the story, I will keep it as close as the original as possible, but while I was thinking of it, I did have some plot holes here and there, so I'll try to fix it. But don't worry, if you are an OG of the channel, if you are going to listen to this What If, it will be 99% similar. So let's begin. So this What If begin like my What Ifs, or most of them, 1 year before UA. So like the anime, it's the end of the day and Deku is heading out from the classroom. Bakugo stop him, threaten him and tell him to take a swan dive. Deku collect his notebook and he start heading back home. And this time he took a shortcut to avoid Bakugo. He went through the tunnel, then suddenly a sludge villain appeared. Deku tried to run away, but the villain launched toward him and grabbed him and start suffocating him. Deku tried his best to break free, but to no avail. Then he started thinking of a way to get free. Maybe if he had a quirk like lightning, but he remembered that sludge villain is made of sludge, so mostly water, so lightning will not work, or it will not do too much damage for him. And when he said that, a voice popped up in his head and started telling him acquiring power, lightning. Deku started asking what was that, but he's too preoccupied of getting suffocated. So he started thinking of another plan. Maybe if he had Endeavor's powers, he can evaporate him. Then the voice once again said, acquiring power, Endeavor, flames. Then Deku mentions All Might's power. The voice tell him All Might's powers. Error, not too much information. Replace All Might's power with enhanced body of the user. Strength, durability, agility, stamina, and adding air, like the element. Then Deku started thinking, heck, if even I had my mom's powers, I could have just pushed him away from me. The voice once again started thinking, mom's power, telekinesis, aka dark magic, or dark element, added to the user. And it's been a couple of minutes since Deku started getting suffocated, so he started thinking that even if they saved him, he will be hurt. And they don't think they can heal him. The voice heard that and said, healing, aka light, or light magic, added to the user. Then Deku started losing consciousness. Well, I think that is it, huh? Damn it, I just wish that I can be a hero. Well, sorry mom. Then everything turned black. Then he started feeling his body, his essence started getting torn to shred and changing. But like we know, even though Deku is a bit of a coward in the beginning of the story, he still have a bit of a backbone. So that backbone refused to die. So he fought through it. Unbeknownst to him, in the outside world, All Might just arrived and he one-punched the sludge villain. And by extension, he saves Deku. He shook him a bit, but with no response. Then he checked and he's not breathing. So All Might rushed him to the hospital, and he feeling a bit guilty because he was late. I could have done better, he started thinking to himself. So he hand him over to the doctors and they do their best. They tried and at first they failed. Deku is dead. But when they lost hope, Deku's heart started beating again. So they searched through his backpack and they found his affirmation. And All Might found his notebook. He read it and he's impressed a bit. And since he did his best and there is nothing else he can do, he tells the doctors to take care of him and he runs off, or jumps off. By the way guys, weird question. We know that All Might is super fast and he mostly jumps to where he wants to go. What will happen if he starts running? Or he will just destroy everything in his surrounding, like with each step? I don't know, leave your thoughts in comments down below, and like always, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, it does help me a lot. So with that we fast forward 2 weeks. Deku was in a coma, then he starts slowly waking up. After adjusting to the light, he started looking left and right, then he saw a nurse. He asked where is he, the nurse was surprised, she told him to calm down and she would grab the doctor. Which she did, and after some inspection, they found that he's completely fine. They asked him if he remembered anything. He told them, I was going back to home, then I got attacked by a villain. So what happened after that? Well son, you've been in a coma for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Deku shout. What? What happened? What about my mom? Kid, calm down, don't worry. We called your mom, we explained the situation and we just called her, so she will be here any minute. Deku started to calm down a bit, and while he's waiting for his mom, he starts feeling a bit weird, like he's a bit taller and a bit heavier. He starts looking at his body and he's much buffer. Like a bit buffer than Deku from canon, after a year of training with All Might. So like not too much buff, but still, for him that's a lot. What the? Since when I become this buff? And when he asked that, his mom burst to the door and started crying, and she hugged him, or suffocating him. Deku begged her to take it easy. A villain just suffocate me. I don't want to experience that again. She break the hug and apologized. Then she asked the doctor, is he okay? The doctor replied with a smile that he's fine. Then Deku tell him what exactly happened to his body. Well kid, I think it's your quirk. Quirk? Both Deku and his mom shout. But I'm quirkless, Deku tell him. Not anymore, the doctor reply. Somehow that experience activated your quirk. And we don't know what exactly is it, but for some reason it can heal you. That's why you survive. I see. Wait, what do you mean survive? Well, you see kid, you stop breathing for almost 10 minutes. And the human brain cannot live without oxygen for more than 4 minutes. So even if we were able to save you, you will be brain dead. But your quirk saved you. It healed your damaged cells. And for some reason it also enhanced your body. I see. I guess it's a good. Then his mom cut him off. If you say it was a good thing that you almost died, I will grant you for the rest of your life. Hear me, young man? Deku gulped. Yes, ma'am. Good. Then he asked when Deku can be discharged. He told them today because he's completely fine. So with that, Deku made his way toward his house. So he goes straight to his room because he needs to change. Then he lay on the bed and start thinking, my quirk, huh? So I can heal myself or something like that? Yes, you can heal yourself, but that's only a part of it. A voice speak up. What? Who said that? Deku asked. Me, I'm inside your head. Who are you? Well, I don't have a name. Technically, I was born the second you almost died. Huh, that's weird. But what do you mean but that's only a part of it? Well, to tell the truth, I don't know how to use it either because I was born like 2 weeks ago. But do you remember what you said before you died, that you want Endeavor's powers, All Might's powers, your mom, or lightning, or any power that can save you? Deku nod. Well, you have all of that. What? Really? Deku shout. Don't shout, alright? I'm inside your head, got it? Alright, sorry, I'm just excited. Yeah, sure you are. But how can I use them? Well, I don't know. But what I do know that you can see what exactly are they. What do you mean? Do you see a green dot in the bottom of your vision? It's not too much visible, but I think you can see it if you focus. Deku did, and yes, I can see it. Focus on it. He did, then a menu pop up. Oh, what's that? Your menu. It will show you your stats and powers. Oh, sweet. It's almost like a video game. What's a video game? The voice asked. Well, you see, it's kid, I'm just messing with ya. I know it's a video game. I am inside your head. I can see your memories. Oh, I see. Don't worry about it. You will get used to me. Well, I will try, Deku replied, but I never had a friend, so... Well, consider me your first friend. That is literally inside your head. Deku chuckled a bit. Thanks. Don't worry, Izuku, I am here for you. Deku pauses. Did you just pull out an All Might impression? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, focus on your stats. Deku start reading. Name Izuku Midoriya, age 14, race human, then few dots. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, then he keep reading, then he saw that he can use magic. And he read fire, lightning, air, what? Dark, light, what are these? Well, you can read, right? This is magic. But the doctor said quirk, not magic. Well, I don't know about that either, Izuku. Just keep reading, okay? He keep reading, then he saw something really suspicious, like scales. Huh, what's this? Storage, gate, and fast learner? What are these? I don't know either. Do you know anything else? I don't know. Deku just sigh. But by the sounds of it, storage is something that you can store something in. Gate, I think, is almost like a gate that can teleport you to somewhere. I don't know where. And the last one, I don't know yet. But since it named Fast Learner, maybe it can help you learn something faster or something like that? Huh, maybe that's it. Anyway, let's try this gate because I don't know how to use magic. So he activate gate and a black portal open up. He was hesitant, but when he walked through it, he's in the forest, and after a couple of seconds the gate closes. He was a bit terrified, but when he tried to open the gate again, it worked, so he breathed a sigh of relief. Well, since we're here, let us explore a bit, which he did, and after a while he heard a scream for help. He rushed toward where he heard the voice, and from afar he saw a little boy running, and behind him is a bear. Then the boy tripped and the bear is going to attack him. Deku used his newfound speed and power to literally one-punch the bear in the face, killing it instantly. Deku was shocked about his power, and his speed is something else. What's that? He asked. Then the voice tell him, remember, you did say you want All Might's powers, so since I didn't know what All Might's powers were, I gave you super strength, super speed, super durability, endurance, agility, enhanced stamina, and the air element. So wait, all of these are All Might's powers? I don't know, kid. Like I told you, since I didn't know what All Might's powers were, I used your memories and just took the information from there. Oh, I see. Then Deku looked at the kid. You okay? The kid nodded. So Deku smiled softly and that he reassured the kid. Then Deku asked him what he's doing here alone. Well, I was here training. Then suddenly the bear showed up and started attacking me and I ran away. Then you saved me. Oh, I see, but it's dangerous to be alone in a forest. Do you know where you live? The kid nodded. So come on, lead the way, I will take you there. The kid was happy to be safe. So they made their way toward his home, and from afar Deku can see a small village. And Deku immediately recognized that it's not a Japanese style houses. But this kid can talk Japanese, so what's going on? So after walking inside the village, they go straight to a house, and there is a man standing there looking a bit panicked. Then he saw the kid and rushed toward him and hugged him and asked him where he was. He was worried. The kid apologized and told him that he was training, then he told him what happened. Then he looked at Deku and told him, so you're the one who saved him, huh? Deku nodded. Thank you. Don't mention it, sir, I just did it without thinking. And that piqued the interest of the man. Oh, really, huh? Anyway, how big the bear was? The kid told him it was pretty big. Care to show me? Sure. So three of them made their way toward the bear and the man was impressed. So you just killed this beast alone? Did you use magic or what? Actually, sir, I don't know how to use magic at all. Really? How old are you again? 14. So what are you doing here? 14 alone? Well, you see, sir. Think, Deku, think. You need to lie. I live in a faraway land. I never knew my father except for my mom telling me that he worked away. That's it. And throughout the years I realized that I'm a bit of a burden on my mom. So I decided to explore a bit and try to get stronger along the way. So maybe I can find a job and help her. Okay, that's the best I can do. Hope you can believe it. Huh. I see. He can sense that Deku is lying a bit, but there is some truth behind his words. And since you're traveling, where is your stuff? Oh, it's a bit far away from here. The second I heard your son yelling, I start running. So, oh, I see. And thanks for saving him once again. You must be hungry and thirsty after that. Please, join us for lunch. Deku agreed, a bit hesitant, but he can sense that he's a good guy, and he has this weird aura that makes Deku feel calm and safe. So they head back to the village, and after lunch, the man asked Deku what type of magic he can use. I don't know everything to be precise, but a good friend told me that I can use light, dark, fire, air, and lightning. I think that's it. The man did not respond, he just looked at Deku dumbstruck. You're messing with me, kid, right? You can use 5 of the 6 elements? Deku nodded. Judging by the look of your face, you don't know what are the elements, right? Deku nodded. So the man explained there is 6 elements. Fire, water, air, dark, light, and lightning. And Deku just mentioned 5 of them. But don't get me wrong, it's just too much for me. Can we check that you are actually telling the truth? Sure, but how? 1 second, the man went away, then he bring back a big stone and it have a greenish color. Deku tell him, what is this? The man tell him, I think I called it the Yama stone or something in the original, and original what if. Anyway, the man explained that this stone can show what are the aptitude of your magic. Just put your hand on it and focus. Deku did, and to the surprise of the man, all the elements show up, even water. The man was surprised. Deku was not lying, or he was hiding an element. So after he snapped out of it, the man tell him that he can use every element, and that is not only rare, it's never heard of. You have a lot of potential, kid. Deku just laughed nervously and tell him, thanks. Anyway, I have a proposition for you. I'm all ears, Deku tell him. What do you think of me training you? Sure, I don't have as much elements as you, but I can use lightning. Then he create a lightning in his hand. But not bragging on anything, I'm pretty good at it. Deku perk up, are you sure, sir? The man nod. So Deku accept. Then they heard commotion outside. They ran outside and they heard that there is a pack of goblins heading their way. Deku was surprised. So there is goblins in this world? Just like the video game. Then Deku snapped out of it and asked the man what we are going to do. The man smirk and tell him, leave it to me. He start walking and slowly lightning start going around his body. His hair spike up and he turned white with a bluish tint to it. And his eyes turn blue. Deku was surprised. What's this? This is the technique I created, the Zeus clock. Now watch and learn. The man started gathering electricity around his arms, then he fired a massive attack of lightning that completely vaporized every goblin. Deku was surprised about the sheer power. He's strong. If he was in my world, he will be definitely in the top 10. Then the crowd started cheering for him. The man told them that he did nothing. Then Deku perk up and tell him, you saved them. You are their hero, like they are cheering for you. The man just smiled. So they head back to his house. So the man tell him that since you live far away, I can give you a room here. Deku asked him to let him think about it, and he's going to bring back his belongings. The man nodded. Then Deku made his way deep in the forest, and after making sure that there is no one behind him or following him, he focused and opened a gate to his room. So I think I need to focus on which place I need to teleport to, huh? So anyway, by my estimate, I've been awake 2 hours, so my mom will be worried. Then he looked at his phone and realized only a couple of seconds just went by. What? How? I think time flew differently between the worlds, and by my estimate, 1 day here is 1 year there. Huh, that's convenient, Deku tell him. Anyway, let me pack some stuff and tell my mom that I will be going for 2 days. So 2 years then. Why only 2 years? Because after 2 years I will change a lot. Oh, that makes sense. Then Deku could tell his mom that a friend of his invited him to go camping with him for 2 days. His mom was a bit against it because he just come back from the hospital, but Deku assured that he's fine, plus she can call him anytime she wants. And it's only 2 days. His mom sighed and let him go, but I will call you. Deku just laughed, okay. Then he packed his stuff and he went outside. He said goodbye to his mom. He walked a bit far away, then he found an empty alleyway. He opened a gate and like he expected, he's in the same place that he thinks about it. So I guess I need to focus on which place I need to teleport to, huh? That will be useful. So can I teleport to his house? Deku tried, but it failed. I guess that's have his limits, huh? Anyway, so Deku made his way toward his house. And when he arrived, Deku apologized if it took him a bit longer than expected. He forgot where he put them. The man laughed and told him it's not big of a deal. And he welcomed Deku to his house. And with that, I'm going to stop it right here. So usually I'm going to ask you guys what will happen next. But since this what if already have 40 parts, why? Just why? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this redo, drop a like, it helped me a lot. And if you're new, subscribe, there is more videos like this coming. Literally, there is like 6 other parts of this I need to redo. And if you want to listen to the whole story, click on the playlist right here. And I hope you guys have a good day. And with that, like always, peace.